Good night.
Get into the story with Katie Curran at the new CBSNews.com.
Coming up on CBS 7 News at 6, with fewer people flying this summer, just how safe are the roadways? What you need to know before you make that summer road trip. Plus, charges filed in a smuggling case that left one man dead. And with more drownings this summer than ever before, keeping your kids safe at the pool is easier than you might think. CBS 7 News at 6 starts right now.
The summer travel season is here, but runway traffic has taken a nosedive at Midland International Airport.
Airlines departing from Midland saw a 12% decrease in flights last month compared to May of 2009.
Southwest Airlines took one of the largest hits, posting a 17% decrease in flights this May.
So with local travelers scheduling fewer flights, how are West Texans reaching their destinations?
CBS 7's Bo Berman talked to those taking road trips this summer to find out why they are driving and get some travel tips. Bo?
Most of us can remember the scenes from National Lampoon's Vacation, getting lost, screaming kids running out of money. Sure, those are the worst case scenarios, but if you plan your trip the right way, you can save time, money, and frustration.
Most people headed from Arizona to Massachusetts and back would take an airplane. Not Ellen Davis.
Just put it on cruise control and go.
You heard it right. She's chosen to drive, not fly.
There's so much downtime waiting for planes and they're late and you don't miss your connection.
With her co-pilot in tow, Davis packed up for the open road.
Presents for people and things I need every day on the road.
And we're driving about 10 hours a day.
Ben Brackett's navigating his way across the highways from Florida to Phoenix.
The cost is going to be about the same when you add in the hotels and the gasoline and the food on the road and everything. It's just a preference to drive instead of to fly.
TxDOT spokesman Glenn Laram says this year's lower gas prices may encourage road trips.
Seeing it as a bargain, where if it had been $2.50 a gallon last year, they wouldn't be seeing it as a bargain.
But before you take the wheel, take precautionary measures.
First thing you need to do is make sure that your car is prepared for that kind of a trip. Know where you're going and know the route you're going to take to get there. I have some water in the car as well as something to snack on. You need to have a kit in your vehicle for meeting roadside emergencies.
Then hit the road.
So I just decided to hop in the car and go.
According to Laram, the most important thing is budgeting your time. A 4-hour trip usually ends up taking longer than just 4 hours. In the studio, Bo Berman, CBS 7 News.
Bo, thanks. We broke down the cost of a possible in-state vacation, comparing the cost of flying versus driving. Now, driving round trip from Odessa to San Antonio would cost about $115 in gas at the current prices. We found the cheapest rate to fly from Odessa to San Antonio at $218. While driving is less expensive, the plane would also arrive nearly 2 hours earlier.
As summer begins, the Department of Public Safety reminding teenagers to play it safe while driving. Car crashes are the leading cause of death for teens in the U.S. Here are a few tips to reduce their chances of being in a crash. Do not send text messages while driving. Talking on cell phones and texting are dangerous distractions when you're behind the wheel. Always use your seatbelt and tell everyone in your vehicle to buckle up. Don't drink or use drugs and drive. Also, don't speed or race other cars and use caution while driving at night. Darkness can make navigating the road more difficult, especially for inexperienced drivers. If teen drivers make these simple steps, officials say they will improve their chances of returning home safely and also reduce their chances of receiving a ticket.
It's that time of year when children across the Permian Basin are spending their days at the pool to take a break from this heat. But the traditional summer fun can turn to tragedy in the blink of an eye.
That's why Child Protective Services has launched a statewide awareness and prevention campaign called See and Save. CBS 7's Jordan Reagan spoke with CPS and parents at a Midland pool today about the campaign. He joined us now in the newsroom with new details. Jordan?
As of today, 44 children under the age of 18 have drowned in Texas this year alone. That's 44 too many for CPS. So they're urging parents through their See and Save campaign to keep a closer eye on children at the pool. They warn that if parents turn their back for just a moment, anything can go wrong.
We want to make certain that parents really are cognizant of the fact that their children, especially very young children, must be supervised at all time around water.
CPS says Texas has an unusually high number of child drownings, and kids of all ages are at risk.
Even experienced children who know how to swim, they can drown if unsupervised.
With See and Save, they hope to skew those alarming statistics and bring those numbers down.
We're concerned that we might end up meeting or even exceeding last year's total.
Kirby Pierce brings her grandchildren to the pool during the summer months, and she says supervision is key.
My eyes are always looking. When I'm not looking at my book, I look every 15 seconds up, spot my child.
She says leaving her little ones for the lifeguards to watch isn't enough for her.
My little 5-year-old, I wouldn't dream of having her out here without me being here.
The City of Midland says that while they have a highly trained lifeguard staff on duty at the public pools, parents are not allowed to leave children unattended. They must be accompanied by a parent or guardian over the age of 16. In the newsroom, Jordan Reagan, CBS 7 News.
Well, that water sure looked inviting in another long line of hot days, but can we expect cooler evenings tonight?
Let's hope so. Meteorologist Mike Moritz is standing by right now with a look. Mike?
Thank you, Jay and Tatum. Oh yeah, a swimming pool tonight would be good. Just take a look at those temperatures we have at 6 o'clock. 102 at Odessa, Midland, 100 at Big Spring, Pecos, you're up to 106. It's below 100 at Fort Stockton, you're 99. Look at that down in the mountains, it's still hot. 96 Alpine, 95 degrees at Marfa. If you're headed outside for your Tuesday night, maybe you got a softball game or a soccer game, drink lots of water. Even at 10 o'clock, it'll still be 89 degrees, south wind 10 to 20. Tomorrow morning, under mostly clear skies, it'll be fairly warm, 76 here at Odessa and 76 at Big Spring. Look at about 72 under those clear skies at Hobbs. Fort Stockton 75, 74 at Pecos tonight. Now, I'll be back in just a few minutes. I'm going to take a look and see if we're going to get any relief from these hot temperatures, Tatum.
Mike, thanks. The Ector County Sheriff's Office is asking for your help in a hit-and-run crash involving a deputy's car. At about 3:30 this afternoon, a Sheriff's Office vehicle was stopped at the intersection of Judy and West County Road. Another vehicle ran into the back of it before taking off. A short chase followed. The car is a blue Pontiac Trans Am with Texas license plates. A partial number is SDF, and then possibly the numbers 99 after that. Two white men were inside that car. The driver had a buzz haircut. That car was last seen going south on West County Road. So if you have any information, call the Sheriff's Office at the number you see on your screen.
New information tonight on a story we first brought you last week. The man accused of smuggling 7 people into the U.S. from Mexico that left 1 dad and 2 children in the hospital is being charged for the crime. 35-year-old Pablo Chavez Gallegos, a citizen of Mexico, is being charged by the Alpine United States Attorney's Office. He was found in an area of the Big Bend National Park and flown to a hospital in Fort Stockton. According to Border Patrol officials, the smuggling attempt left 1 man dead. Another 16-year-old girl was flown to Odessa for treatment. Her 12-year-old brother was treated in Alpine, and both are now in the custody of their mother, who is legally in the country. The other immigrants are being held as witnesses in the case against Chavez.
The wife of a Latin Kings leader pleads guilty to distributing drugs here in the Permian Basin. 28-year-old Marie Chavez is the 10th defendant to plead guilty in the case against many Latin Kings members. Chavez admits from 2001 to last December, she and 16 others knowingly distributed cocaine and marijuana across West Texas in Odessa, Midland, and Big Spring. Chavez faces up to 10 years in prison.
Drivers on Loop 250 experienced some trouble this morning. Around 10 o'clock, a white pickup truck with a trailer attached was traveling west on the loop. When the trailer detached from the truck, the trailer then rolled into oncoming traffic and hit the front end of an 18-wheel truck. Now, there was minimal damage to both vehicles and no injuries, thankfully. The driver of the pickup, though, was given a ticket for causing the crash.
Summer is a perfect time for a party, and the city of Midland is having one tonight at the MLK Community Center.
Our own Stephanie Rivas is now there live from the Community Pachanga with more. Stephanie?
Jay Tatum, we are here at Midland's citywide pachanga. It is a big party, and they're doing it as part of the Juneteenth celebrations. Now, behind me here at the MLK Center, every department from the city of Midland, fire, police, Midland College, Midland City Services, RSVP, all of the organizations are here, and what they've done is they've set up a little booth or a table, and it has all of their information, everything from volunteer opportunities, some even job opportunities. But what it is, it's a way for you in the community to be able to come out and gain information about all of the organizations that are around you here in the city, and again, how you can contribute and how they can help you within the community. So it's just a wonderful way to get to know your neighbors, they say, and to come out and celebrate together. They're going to have a number of entertainers here on the stage right now. They're doing the official welcoming. They're going to have some musical entertainment, and again, you can just walk around and pick up information and really just get to know one another. It is being held at the MLK Center on Butternut Lane, and it'll be from 6 o'clock till 8:30. So it's just now starting, and you'll have until 8:30 tonight to come in and again, get to meet some nice folks and also get a lot of information. But again, big celebration here in Midland. It is the annual Pachanga event for Midland City, so they encourage you to come out and say hello to everyone out here. Reporting live in Midland, Stephanie Rivas, CBS 7 News.
A string of hot weather in the middle of the summer, but is there a bit of relief on the way before the week is over?
We hope so. Mike Moritz is back after the break with a look at your 7-day forecast. You're watching CBS 7 News, your eye on West Texas.
Grande Communications, the original bundled services provider. This CBS 7 Pinpoint Weather segment is brought to you by Edible Arrangements, now serving Midland, Odessa. A healthy gift idea with serious wow factor. Call or log on today. And by Advanced Sleep Center, accredited by the American Academy of Sleep Medicine to help Midland, Odessa sleep well.
Hope you're able to stay cool on this blazing hot Tuesday afternoon. 6 o'clock temperature, look at that, 102 degrees. Not much of a wind out there either, just about 9 miles an hour. Humidity's down 13%. Pinpoint 7 iCams out overlooking the city of Midland this afternoon. And you can see the buildings there all lit up with the sunshine in the western sky. That's looking off to the north. Just a few clouds out there. Those are high clouds. Not really getting any rain today. Hard to get rain. We can see here on our U.S. surface map. There's just hardly a cloud at all in the state of Texas. We do have a few showers though, way down there by Lajitas into Lower Big Bend National Park. You may say, oh, there's a cold front up here, but this cold front is not going to give us much help. It'll be sliding off the east here into Arkansas. We are going to get more of a south-southeast wind coming in the next couple days. Put a little bit of moisture in there, and that'll keep our temperatures maybe below 100 degrees in the upper 90s. And later, next weekend, maybe just into the mid-90s. But this is starting to really look like a summertime surface map. It definitely has arrived. We could see that on our almanac today. If you're up early this morning, you may have noticed how warm it was. 78 degrees, 11 degrees above normal. High temperature this afternoon, 103. Missed that record high of 105 by 2 degrees. Tomorrow's record high is 106. I don't think we're going to get close to that one. Here's what we're looking for tomorrow morning. It'll be warm again. Look at that in the upper 70s, 75 in Dallas, 76 in Houston. Now, if you're traveling around the state of Texas tomorrow, if you're driving, be sure and take water with you. It is going to be very hot on that drive I-20, that there towards Abilene at noontime, already up around 90 degrees. If you're driving down to San Antonio or Austin, those temperatures are going to be up close to 100 degrees in the afternoon. Out here in West Texas with a little bit more of a southeastern wind, we're going to top it out in the upper 90s, even the mid 90s up there in Amarillo. State of Texas just baking underneath a high pressure. Some more temperatures around West Texas. Pecos, you were up to about 106 today. Maybe tomorrow just 103, just 103. 100 degrees at Fort Stockton, even to the mountains. We're looking at 93 at Alpine. Maybe you want to go up to Marfa and cool off 89. I also noticed up here at Ruidoso, if you've been wanting to take a trip to the mountains in New Mexico, now would be a great time to do that. 74 degrees for a high temperature, looking good there. Back here in the Central Basin for your Wednesday morning, you're getting up early to walk the dog. Going to be a little warm for that, 76 degrees. The wind tomorrow, I think we'll have a little bit more wind tomorrow, stir things up a bit, 10 to 20 miles an hour. There'll be plenty of sunshine, 90 degrees. Be sure and find out that shade, drink lots of extra water. Late in the afternoon, still hot, 98, even that it is below 100. The temperatures throughout the middle of the week, we're going to keep them below 100 in here, but the reason for that is some increased moisture. It's still going to feel hot. 96 Thursday, 95 on Friday, Notice those nighttime lows in the low 70s. As we get into next weekend, we're going to bring a few clouds in here, but we just don't really have the atmosphere to build those up into thunderstorms. So after a stormy while, it's really just kind of the lazy days of summer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
At least not the triple digits, though. That's good.
Oh, well, everybody's talking about how hot it was today.
It was.
It certainly was.
Mike, thanks very much.
Thanks, Mike.
In a struggling economy, even items like diapers and baby wipes can be very difficult to get.
But help is on the way thanks to some local high school students. That story is coming up after the break. You're watching CBS 7 News, your eye on West Texas.
This CBS 7 News segment is sponsored by Charles Terry Construction, your metal roofing specialist.
Thanks to the generosity of local high school students, struggling families with young children will have some help. West Texas Opportunities received a grant money from the Students in Philanthropy Clubs at Permian and Odessa high schools. They used the money to buy diapers and wipes to help families in a financial crunch.
The diapers are expensive, and the way the economy is right now, you know, it's a big help for them.
Philanthropy Club raises money for charitable causes, and that money is matched by the Abel Hanger Foundation. Diapers are available in sizes 1 through 4.
Chris Lander joined us now. Going to talk about the Midland Rockhounds, who, boy, needed a big win last night.
They did. They got it in 12 innings, but also the Texas League naming their all-star team 9 Rockhounds on the roster. I'll tell you who, but first, let's take a look at your trivia question. Sponsored by West Texas Nissan of Odessa. When this golfer won in 1965, he became the first non-American to win the U.S. Open since 1920. Who was he? Don't go anywhere. Sports is next.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by RogersFord.com. Log in, click on, come in, and drive away. Super easy for you. All at RogersFord.com.
The Rockhounds finally able to break their 5-game losing streak last night in a 12-inning battle, which the Hounds won 7-6. Today, the Texas League announcing the members of this year's All-Star team, 9 Rockhounds making the roster, including last night's hero Adrian Cardenas, who had 4 hits in last night's game. Joining Cardenas on the All-Star team is our pitchers Travis Banwart, Jason Fernandez, Graham Godfrey, and Sam Dimmel. On top of the pitchers, slugger Chris Carter was named a Texas League All-Star, catcher Josh Donaldson and Joshua Horton also on the All-Star list. Tommy Everidge was also named a Texas League All-Star, but since he was called up to AAA Sacramento, his spot will be filled by another AA player. The Hounds with Game 3 of their 4-game series with Frisco tonight at 7. We'll have all your highlights tonight at 10. Dave Campbell's hitting store shelves yesterday, and we told you about our area 5A schools, including Permian and OHS, who are both ranked in the magazine's top 25 in 5A. Today we move to 4A. The Big Spring Steers not getting a nod into the 4A top 25, but considered a dark horse by this year's Texas Football Magazine. The Steers returning 7 starters on offense, including quarterback Matt Ritchie and running back Monty Anderson. The Steers finished 8-5 overall last season and were regional semifinalists. As far as 4A District 4 goes, Dave Campbell's picking the Steers to make the playoffs and finish 3rd behind Wolford Friendship and Abilene Cooper. If you want to meet Dave Campbell, you will have an opportunity this Thursday night at Permian High School from 5 until 8, as he will be making a stop in Odessa as part of his Texas Classic Road Tour. Permian Boosters will be selling autographed copies of this year's football magazine for $12. All proceeds go towards the Permian Booster Club. It's the 50th anniversary of Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine. Like most teams around the NFL, Dallas Cowboys in the middle of their 3-day mini camp. Cowboys practicing in Carrollton after the collapse of their indoor facility last month. Former Permian Panther Roy Williams at the 3-day mini camp and ready to embrace his role as Tony Romo's main guy this season.
Happy, I was happy for the day to get out of there and come to a team that can win ball games, and just to have that opportunity to come here is great. I didn't get many opportunities to catch a ball in the game, which was tough on me because I know what kind of player I am. So now I have the knock that I'm not a player anymore just because of last year when I didn't get any balls. So, the pressure's on me. It's all fun and games, and that's why you play the game.
Cowboys opened training camp in San Antonio the last week of July. Let's take a look now at your trivia question, sponsored by West Texas Nissan of Odessa. When this golfer won in 1965, he became the first non-American to win the U.S. Open. Since 1920, who was he? The answer B, Gary Player. Nobody knew that one tonight. Of course, the U.S. Open this weekend.
Okay. Krista, thanks. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by the following. Closed caption promotional consideration brought to you by Livingston Audiology and Hearing Aid Centers.
Mike has a last look at weather.
We have a severe thunderstorm warning way down in the Big Bend. That'll affect the Chiso Basin. It's also a flood warning. Do not expect any of that up here in the basin. Mostly clear and warm tonight.
All right.
All right. Entertainment Tonight is coming up next.
You make it a great evening.
Susie's South 40 Confections, the sweetest little shop in town.